Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Saturday. It is a Chamber of Commerce Day. It is beautiful in South Florida. Let's look at those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, turf course firm. The first race, 1 mile and 1/16. Claimers 3-year-olds and upward, which have never won 3 races. 8 runners going to the post. The off-time favorite, number 8, Sunset District.
To complete the line, they're at the post. And they're off. A nice beginning is How You is out at the inside with Zippy Zappy. Now moving on through to contest the early pace as they race towards that opening turn. Sunset District is floating up on the outside of third as Modern Tale. Come out of the fourth spot as they move into that opening turn. Off duty is Loose on the lead, maintaining a 2-length advantage from How You. Sunset District is floating wide at the third spot. The opening quarter was 23-1. Modern Tale is riding the rail from fourth. Zippy Zappy is up at the outside fifth with 6 lengths to make up. It's an additional 6-length break to Criollo's Boy, who's dead at the inside. Simferopol is seventh. The trailer Umberto is they're halfway up the back stretch. Off duty is still maintaining that lead. How You now gaining ground up at the outside second. They were past a half in 47-3. Sunset District is still in with a shot from third. Zippy Zappy steadily gaining ground up at the outside from fourth. Modern Tale also keeping close dead at the inside in fifth. Simferopol moves into the sixth spot around Criollo's Boy. The treader Umberto as they race midway around the far turn with a quarter of a mile left to go. Sunset District now moves up at the outside to challenge How You. 3/4 on the board and 1:11-4. Sunset District strikes the lead. How You tries to battle back dead at the inside. Modern Tale begins to find his best stride out in the sitter. Zippy Zappy is a fourth mid-stretch. Sunset District maintaining the lead here with How You dead at the inside. Modern Tale to his outside. Sunset District will shine at the Saturday opener. Modern Tale was up for second over How You. Zippy Zappy finished fourth. Simferopol was fifth.
Number 8, Sunset District wins it, just holds on, pays $4.80, owned by Janet and Michael Dante, trained by Jane Sabelli, and ridden to victory today by Nick Juarez. Second race, a 7-furlong claiming event for 4-year-olds and upward. Equipment note, number 8 will wear blinkers this afternoon.
And they're off. Center of the track, Crazy Frank C. Broke very sharply. Good News with the Twist is moving up now as they race up the backstretch. Good News with the Twist is up to take over the lead. Amase moving up at the inside into that second spot now. Crazy Frank C is third. Smoking the Field is in the fourth spot, 5 lengths off the lead, past the opening quarter in 23 seconds. Small Token is up on the outside. Al Caravan came out in sixth. The 2 trailers Total Accounting and Whiskey Ding as they move out of the far turn. Good News with the Twist is still 2 lengths clear of Amase, who's there at the inside second. Crazy Frank C now comes under urging there in that third spot, and he begins to gain ground. Still 4 clear of Smoking the Field, and the others far behind around the turn. Good News with a Twist on a short lead is Crazy Frank C now moves alongside. They were past the half mile in 45-4. Smoking the Field now begins to move up at the far outside, but it's Amase who rides the rail up to take the lead. Amase's there at the inside. Crazy Frank C in between horses, far outside. Smoking the Field. The 3 favorites going to slug it out to the finish. Amase is now 2 clear of Crazy Frank C and Smoking the Field. Amase will win it. Crazy Frank C finished in second. Smoking the Field at third. Total Accounting was fourth. Our Caravan fifth.
Number 1, Amase wins it and pays $8.60, owned by Shusi Racing Stable, trained by Rudolfo Garcia and ridden to victory by apprentice John Cruz, who was a 7-pound apprentice till he won that race. Now it's his 40th win. He will carry 5-pound apprentice weight. Welcome back. Third race, a 1 mile maiden claiming event for 3-year-olds and up with the big favorite number 4, Prime Time Tommy.
And they're off. It was a nice beginning for West 8th Street, who moves up from dead at the inside. Also looking to mix it up early. That's BF Forever. And on the far outside, Mick, and Mike. As they race out of the back chute and onto the main track, BF Forever has taken over with the lead. West 8th Street moves up in between horses. Huddy Up is dead at the rear from third. The opening quarter was 23-2. Mick, and Mike is fourth, with Thunder of Fleet moving to his inside. Casino Dude back sixth. The favorite Primetime Tommy is currently 7 lengths off the lead, but moving up dead at the inside in front of Dane's Pulpit, the trailer, as they race towards that far turn. BF Forever and Edgard Zayas continue to show the way past the half. 46-4. West 8th Street is now applying steady pressure on the outside in second. Primetime Tommy steadily getting progress. He's into a third now, just 5 lengths off the lead. As they're midway around that far turn, Thunder of Fleet is into the 4th spot around to Huddy Up, who was there in 5th. Dane's Pulpit moving up in between rivals. They race around the turn. Primetime Tommy has now taken over control from BF Forever. Moving through there at the in-between horses, West 8th Street, 3/4, 112-2. Primetime Tommy is now drawing clear. BF Forever is there at the inside second. West 8th Street is third. Moving up at the center of the track, that's Thunder of Fleet. Primetime Tommy is tons the best today. He's going to win it by double digits at the line. It's all Primetime Tommy who takes it. Photo for place between BF Forever and Thunder of Fleet. Dane's Pulpit finished 4th. West 8th Street faded to 5th.
Number 4, Prime Time Tommy. Boy, lives up to his name. He swoops on by and just puts the field away. Pays $4.20, owned by Steve Dwoskin and Wayne Lobdella, and trained by Steve Dwoskin, ridden to victory today by Eddie Castro. The 4th race, a 6-furlong maiden event for 3-year-olds and upward. 7 runners going to the post.
And they're off. Candy Jam is out running well from the center. Unbridled Copy is in the early mix from dead at the inside. Moving up in between horses, Chris the Great. And now Chris the Great will take over with a short lead. Unbridled Copy is there at the inside. As they race up the back stretch, it's Chris the Great still a short advantage. Beaks is now in the fray from second as they move towards that far turn. Shot is up at the outside now third. They're past the quarter in 23 seconds. As they move out of the far turn, it's Chris the Great with Beaks now moving up in between horses. And 3 wide continue to advance up. That is a Shot. So those 3 slug it out around the far turn. The highly regarded Encrypt now begins to gain ground from 4th. Candy Jam is back 5th. With a quarter of a mile left to race, Chris the Great turns 4 home with the lead. Shot is up at the outside, and Crypt gains ground into a third. Into the final furlong, it's a short lead for Chris the Great with the Shot dead at the inside, and Crypt riding the rail. Third deep stretch, Chris the Great will stretch out to win it. Chris the Great has taken it from a Shot who finished right there with Encrypt. Far back to 4th where it was Beaks, Candy Jam in 5th.
Number 4, Chris the Great, comes off the long layoff and wins, pays $11.40, owned by Thoroughbred Stable LLC, trained by Kathleen O'Connell, and ridden to victory today by Eduardo Nunez. 5th race, 7.5 furlongs. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. We'll have 8 runners in the field.
And they're off. English Mahavir, a tardy beginning. Big City Heart broke quickly from out of the center of the track. Our Cat Daddy now moves out up at the inside to challenge for the early lead. Odd Attack is up at the outside of third with Positive Giovanni racing wide. Acknowledge also in that early flight as they move around that opening turn. Forever Die is 6th and currently 5 lengths clear of Illogico, who is sluggish in the trailer after the slow beginning. English Mahavir as they straighten out at the back stretch. Big City Heart and Odd Attack do battle through an opening quarter of 23-1. with our Cat Daddy sliding up the inside to take over the third spot. Acknowledge is wide from fourth with Pasta Giovanni up in between horses in fifth. Now 5 lengths further back to Forever Die, who moves up the inside. Logico is seventh. English Mahavir has trailed throughout as they move on to the far turn. Big City Heart and Odd Attack continue to battle up top past the half and 46 and 2. Our Cat Daddy is keeping close at the inside from a third. Acknowledge is a fourth, just 2 lengths off the lead. And now moving up on the outside of fifth, that's Forever Die. Moves past Pasta Giovanni. The field approaches the top of the stretch. Big City Heart has a short lead with our Cat Daddy. Now riding the rail up the inside. On Attack, trying to split horses there as Big City Heart was bearing out. Our Cat Daddy has a short lead. Far outside, Forever Die is gaining. It's our Cat Daddy in deep stretch or Forever Die. Our Cat Daddy, the favorite to kick off the Rainbow Six. Forever Die finished in second. Big City Heart third. On Attack was fourth.
Number 2, our Cat Daddy ducks to the inside and scores. A nice performance. Pays $5.20. Owned by Theodore Miserak, Robin Miserak, trained by Ralph Zadie, and ridden to victory today by Edgar Zayas. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have race number 6.
Our day begins early, preparing for the task ahead, focused on a single goal. Then it's showtime, ready to face another challenge. And while victory may be uncertain, you can always bet on us to be at our very best.
Welcome back to 6th race, 1 mile and 1/16th on the turf. A maiden, 3-year-olds, and we do have a jockey change in here on number 2, Big Platinum, make the rider Jeffrey Sanchez.
And they're off. Franklin Tabers, last to load, but first fire. Also the first-time starter Orleans Avenue is out very quickly. Keep the dream alive. Kept way down at the inside from a third. Horner Band is in between horses from a fourth. Dark Jibadai is at the inside in fifth as they move towards that opening turn. Conquest Portapati is in the sixth spot. It is a roll past the quarter in 22 seconds. And it's Orleans Avenue, who is holding down a length and a half advantage from Franklin Tabers. Keep the dream alive. Just off the top pair from a third. Horner Band is racing wide at the backstretch from a fourth. Dark Jibadai is just behind the top flight from a fifth. Conquest Portapati is sixth. With Immunity to the outside in a seventh. Big Platinum to the inside eighth. The two trailers are Super True into Watnan as they were past a half in 46 seconds. They move towards that far turn. Orleans Avenue has gotten every call with Franklin Tabers just a neck and behind from a second. Keep the dream alive. It's just a length back, but he's racing 3 wide into that far turn as they approach the quarter pole. Dark Jibadai is there in fourth. Horner Band begins to drop back in fifth, moving through in between horses. That's Conquest Portapati. 3/4 of 109 and 4. They hit the top of the stretch. Keep the dream alive. Now Surge is up to take out Orleans Avenue, the first-time starter. Trying to counter and quicken down at the inside. Conquest Portapati is down the sitter late. Conquest Portapati up to engage. Keep the dream alive. Conquest Portapati or keep the dream alive. Keep the dream alive. Stayed alive to Wedded from Conquest Portapati. Dark Jibadai finished in third. Orleans Avenue was fourth. Immunity fifth.
Number 3, Keep the Dream Alive, crosses the wire first, but is disqualified in that race for interference at the top of the stretch, and he's placed 6th. Put up to first is the number 6, Conquest Portapante, owned by Conquest Stables LLC, trained by Mark Cassie, ridden to victory by Jonathan Gonzalez, and that horse paid $11.40 to win. 7th race, 1 mile and 1/16th on the turf. These are claimers. They are 4-year-olds and upward. We have a scratch in here. Number 6, Zane.
And they're off. Havermeyer Street, away sluggish beginning. It was a nice start for the others. And advancing up there, Oklahoma Den is a forwardly placed early. Let's wrap it up. Is also moving wide in that opening turn is Oklahoma Den. Now moves out up to take over the lead. Lay it down. The favorite away close there in second for Nick Juarez. Let's wrap it up. Is alongside from a third, spring about fourth, past the quarter, 23 and 2. Concert Stage is fifth, currently 5 lengths off the lead, with Kitten and May dead at the inside of sixth and 3 clear of Battle Back John as they race up the back stretch. Next in line, that's Vedalago. The two treaders, Havermeyer Street and Imagine That Mom. As they're halfway up the back stretch, Oklahoma Den still loose on the lead, but the Lay It Down advancing up closer there at the inside. Let's wrap it up. Also moving up, Spring About is just 2.5 lengths off the lead down from fourth, with Concert Stage to his outside. They're past a half and 47 and 3. Oklahoma Den takes the field out of the far turn as they approach the quarter pole. It's Oklahoma Den, who is 2 lengths clear of Lay It Down. Let's wrap it up. Begins to flatten out a bit. Saving ground at the inside. That's Kitten and May. 3/4, 111 and 2. Oklahoma Den still has the lead. Lay It Down now surging up the inside late. Kitten and May swings wide there in the third spot. It's far back to the others. Lay It Down is taken over with a short lead from Oklahoma Den. Kitten and May edging closer. A 3-way thriller. Lay It Down or Kitten and May. Photo finish. Tied at the wire. Lay It Down was there at the inside. Kitten and May on the outside. Oklahoma Den finished third.
Number 1, Lay It Down, just holds on and gets the close photo and pays $3.20. Owned by Mr. Amori Stable LLC, trained by Jason Service, and that gives jockey Nick Juarez his second win today. The 8th race, 7.5 furlongs, an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds which have never won a race other than maiden claiming or starter. 8 runners going to the post.
And they're off. Grand Prix, very sluggish at the start. Duffel Bag bolted right up to the early lead. Union Vow is up the inside to claim the second spot. Coping Away is on the outside of third with Noble Quality. Moving into that opening turn in fourth. Donation is moving through now in the fifth spot. Grand Prix is caught back in sixth with Thap Clatter in between horses, and Imperial Warrior is there at the back as they are past the opening quarter in 23 and 2. Duffel Bag 3 lengths clear of Union Vow as they race him midway up the back stretch. Coping Away is edging closer on the outside from a third. Donation saving all the ground in fourth with Noble Quality. In between horses in fifth. Grand Prix is now just 4 lengths off the lead. Imperial Warrior is up at the outside of seventh. He has 6 lengths to bank up. Applicators at the back. They're past a half, 47 and 2. It's a Duffel Bag who leads the field midway around that far turn. Duffel Bag is there, but under steady pressure from Coping Away as Noble Quality is driven up at that third spot. Union Vow fourth. They turn for home. Nick Juarez tried to flee the scene with Duffel Bag. Coping Away bears that out of the center. Noble Quality is ridden out as they cover the finish. Duffel Bag a short lead. Coping Away in between horses. Far outside. Here's Noble Quality late. Noble Quality up on the outside. Will win it from Coping Away. Duffel Bag finished in a third. Donation fourth. Union Vow fifth.
Number 8, Noble Quality, wins it for Cheyenne Stables LLC, trained by Christophe Clement, and another victory today for jockey Edgard Zayas. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have race number 9.
OBS April, the 2-year-old source of 153 stakes horses with 108 stakes wins since January 1st, 2015, including Breeders' Cup winner Stephanie's Kitten, Grade 1 turf star Gabriel Charles, and Grade 1 winning sprinter Wild Dude. Over 1,200 juveniles have been cataloged for the OBS Spring Sale, April 19th through 22nd. The undertax shows will span 6 days, beginning April 11th. OBS, we measure success by performance.
Welcome back. Our ninth race of the afternoon, a 1 mile allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward. 6 runners will be in the field. Pretty nice field going to the gate.
They're at the post. And they're off. Percussion moves on out quickly from in between horses to take the early lead. Nauset Beach is racing a bit wide out of the chute, but it's a Percussion who is now spread out to a 6-length advantage from Nauset Beach. The favorite Griff came out racing in a third with Aces for John. Next in line, Face of Winter. Now riding the rail up the inside, Garib will be the trailer as they're halfway up the back stretch. And Percussion just winging up top for Orlando Boca Chica. The opening quarter, 23-1. Percussion is still 6 lengths clear as Face of Winter is rounding up the inside into a second. Nauset Beach is their third in front of Griff, who still has 8 lengths to make up as the field moves out of the far turn. It's another 3-length break to Garib, who is fifth. The trailer Aces for John will have to win it on the river. They're past a half in 45-4. Percussion, the lead diminishing now as Face of a Winner and John Cruz come to call the outside. Griff also beginning to gain ground from a 30, just 2.5 lengths off the lead. Nauset Beach has been left behind with Garib and Aces for John as they approach the quarter pole and turn 4 home. That is Percussion, who is there at the inside, but it's a Face of Winter who's looking to push past. Griff routing up on the far outside. Now Face of Winter takes over the lead from Percussion. Griff up on the outside, but needs to do better. Deep stretch. Face of Winter has drawn clear to win it. Face of Winter to kick off the late double. Very tight photo for place between Griff and Percussion. Aces for John finished 4th.
The 10th race, 1 mile and 1/16 claim is 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch the 7 mile. Behold, a jockey change on the 8. Make the rider Matthew Rispoli.
And they're off. Step 2 with the quick early turn of foot, and step 2 right up for the early lead. Starship Frontier came out nicely down at the inside with Britannia's Moat also with the early mix from a third. JC Mamba is moving up in that 4th spot with Mr. Muddy Pants tucked out at the inside of 5th. Divine Intrigue out running in the 6th spot with Papa Freud. Next in line from a 7th, it's gap of 2 to Banco Didero, who is 8th. High Foot Addiction next in line in front of Wild and Wild. In the trailer, as they are straightened up the back stretch, is Belly of the Whale. And the duel up top continues. It's step 2. Was a neck clear of Britannia's Moat. They're through an opening quarter of 22 seconds. Now they're past a half in 45-1. Step 2, and Jose Caraballo had the lead from Britannia's Moat. The long shot applying steady pressure. It's now 4 lengths further back to JC Mamba, who is splitting horses into the 3rd spot. Mr. Muddy Pants is racing wide from a 4th. Starship Frontier saving ground. Suddenly just 2 lengths off the lead as they move out of the far turn. And they begin to swarm it on step 2. Racing 3 wide now. That's JC Mamba who moves into the lead. Mr. Muddy Pants moving alongside. And to widest of all, Divine Intrigue. They turn 4 home with the nightcap. JC Mamba strikes the lead. Mr. Muddy Pants down the center of the track in 2nd. Banco Dinero is splitting rivals late, but it's still JC Mamba with the lead in deep stretch. Far outside and surging Belly of the Well, but it's JC Mamba who will get to the line first. Very good close from Belly of the Well, who is right there in the 2nd spot. A photo for the Mater Awards here in the finale.
And that wraps up Saturday's card. We'll be right back at it tomorrow on Sunday here with a 9-race card of first race post, 12:55 p.m. You got to be at Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.